So in this video, I wanted to show you some of the quickest ways to get up and running with React. And now I don't mean this in the sense of the quickest ways to learn React, but in the sense of the quickest ways to get going and start writing code. And this isn't necessarily code in an environment like CodePen, where your code is living on somewhere else or another server. I'm talking about an actual project. So, to get started, there are 4 great resources to get started writing excellent React application code without having to get bogged down with writing your build process or anything like that. Because we all know the joke of, well, time to start a project, and I just finished writing my Webpack config hours later. So this is going to involve several different projects that allow you to have a no config option of getting started. So the first one is Create React App by Facebook, and this is the sort of best way to get up and running quickly. And the best part about Create React App is if you ever need to leave it, you can eject from it, as in you can leave Create React App and move your application into a more customizable environment that would allow you to take it further. But as far as getting up and running goes, you can't really get up and running faster with anything else. One command and you are ready to go writing your code. And if you need to move your code somewhere else later, go right ahead. So Create React App is a great way to get started writing React code. Now, if you're looking for something a little bit more deploy ready, we have Next.js. Now, Next.js, as you can see, is a framework for server rendered statically imported React apps. Again, Next takes care of a bunch of stuff for you. They even have a nice resource at learnnextjs.com. So this is a great option if you just want to get building and build a quick site. In fact, the syntax.fm site for the syntax podcast that Wes Boss and I create is made in Next.js simply because it's easy to get up and running with. You hardly have to worry about routing, and it basically takes care of a bunch of stuff for you, along with some really interesting features like automatic code splitting, server-side rendering, and a new React lifecycle hook called getInitialProps. So it's definitely an opinionated framework, but one that makes building quick things in React super nice and super easy. Okay, next we have GatsbyJS. Now, GatsbyJS is a static site builder, and what that means is that you write your code in React, you run a command, and it spits out an HTML and JavaScript site for you that you can host literally anywhere. Now, Gatsby is a great option if you want to build your blog and use the tools like GraphQL, but it's also a great option for building simple sites because it allows you to just write React code and output a static site without having to worry about your Webpack configuration, even though it does use Webpack behind the scenes. But these sites are blazingly fast. I'm telling you, everything I've created in GatsbyJS, including my own personal site, has just been a dream of an experience. So check out GatsbyJS. There are basic tutorials on this YouTube channel under the GatsbyJS tutorials playlist. So check out those if you want to get started with something like this. Keep in mind, though, it is a static site generator, more so than an application framework. Next, we have Meteor. Now, it's no secret that I love building apps with Meteor and React. And this option is really good if you are looking for something that, again, has no configuration on the build tool side of things, but includes a database option. Now, with Meteor, that database option is MongoDB. And while I personally enjoy working in MongoDB, some others may not. However, one of the greatest things about working in Meteor is just how quickly and easily you can get started writing a real-time app with WebSockets and have a database to go along with it. Remember that two-way data binding example from the very first release of Angular that made everyone excited to just how easy it was to type in a text box and have that type appear, right? Well, you get the same exact kind of thing, except only this time, instead of having that text just show up, you're also getting to save things in a database in real time and having the user interface react accordingly. It makes using a database with React so incredibly simple without having to write an API. But obviously these are just basic get you up and running features. However, Meteor as a framework has a lot of advanced features that allow you to grow as your project becomes less and less of a hobby project. For instance, the Level Up tutorial site is built on Meteor plus React. So I can say I've used all of these 4 methods here. The Create React app I use within the upcoming React 16 for Everyone series, and I absolutely love the experience. And Next.js we use on syntax.fm, GatsbyJS I use on my personal site, and Meteor I use for the Level Up tutorial site. So all of these have their own place, their own reason to use them, but are all great ways to get up and running with React code without having to learn about build tools and all of that stuff that can weigh your experience down and confuse new developers. So I hope this reduces some of the barrier to entry for React for you. Check it out. Check out any of these that seem like they might excite you. So if you want to learn React painlessly while going over all of the basics all the way to building really cool stuff, this is the application that we'll be building in this series. Head over to leveluptutorials.com and become a pro, and you'll get access to all 20 plus videos of this series where you're going to go from absolutely knowing nothing about React to building interfaces like this. Or you can wait until it's released later this month, which is October, and it will be available at store.leveluptutorials.com for purchase if subscriptions aren't your thing. So check it out. These are the easiest ways to get started with React. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.